Okay, we're back for some quick R tutorials. I'm going to try to keep these short and sweet. We'll see if I actually succeed. So this one is on how to import a data set, usually as a CSV, into R. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and open R. I guess I could have just started with that open, but I didn't, so deal with it. Once R is open, you got to download your CSV, know where it is. Now, the easiest way that I find, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start a new Markdown, because everything I do is in Markdown. So I'm going to call this importing a data set, and I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And now I've got a new R here. Now, usually this always opens the blank template. I'm going to just delete everything from line 12 down, because I don't need any of that. And now I'm going to import a data set. And so the easiest way to do this, I find, is we're going to go to click this import data set up here in the upper right. Click this down and say from base, because almost everything we import is going to be a CSV, right? So now you're going to get your file structure and you're going to search for where your file is. I just downloaded mine, so it's in downloads. Here it is. It's called Loan 50. It is a CSV. And so now I can just say open. Now, once I open it, it's going to show me, hey, here's what it looks like ugly. Down at the bottom, here's what it's going to look like when it imports it. Up in the upper left, it says, hey, what do you want to call this? The file is called Loan 50, and so it's going to default to calling it Loan 50. I'm going to call it just capital loans, like that. And it says, I like this, row names, automatic, separators, comma, perfect. That's all good. And then I'm just going to say import. Now, this is going to import it once. It'll show me what it looks like here. That's great. And then I can go back to here, and you'll notice there's been no code added. Over on the right here, I definitely have it imported now, and I can use it. But if I run anything else, it is not going to be there. So I want the code to import it. And if you look down at the bottom here in your little console area, you will see here is the piece of code that it ran, right? So I'm going to highlight that entire thing, Control C, and then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click this thing to add a new code chunk. We're always going to do R. And now I'm going to write in that code chunk, Control V. Now, that is the line of code. It is saying, this line of code is saying loans. This little left arrow is get. So it says I'm taking all of this and putting it into the variable or the data name loans. And it says read it in as a CSV. And that's the whole location. And now, if I go over here and delete all of my variables and say, yes, okay, loans is gone now, but now I can run this code, and now that code will always import loans, and that is part of my data file. And so now I can do things with loans, which we'll look at in the next videos, but that is the easiest way to get the code to import a data set. If you want to import other data sets, just rerun that whole process, name it, and put it in there, and then we'll talk about manipulating it later. All right, that should answer that. I will see you guys in the next video.